So this is my 2021 Venza. I owned it for almost 3 years now. And I'm going to go through some of the likes and dislikes that I had over the small 3 year period of time that I had this vehicle with me. It's a lot more likes than dislikes, but there's just certain things that I just didn't like about it. And there's some things about it that I really liked about it, which influenced my decision on getting another one. First thing, when I seen the LE wheels, I definitely went for the bigger ones, the R19s. I like the aggressive look of them, and they just look a lot better than the ones with the black on them. I like them all chromed, and they're really nice wheels, and they look nice. They cover more of the actual gap in between the wheel space, and it's a nice, comfortable ride for the 19s. I like them, and that's one of the choices that if I get another one, I'll definitely go for the R19s. I'll go for the bigger wheels than the actual smaller wheels. The small decal, as far as where the wheel information is easy to access at the driver's side door. It has all the information as far as the PSI for the wheels, the actual wheels, what PSI the actual front and rear take, which is 33 PSI front, 33 PSI rear. And for the spare, we have 60 PSI. As far as the base model, the LE, don't expect to get anything besides power windows. You got power windows in the front, rear, and also you get to control the rear view mirrors. Other than that, you don't get much features. Now, the XLE and the Limited, they get actual controls for the seats, and they get an additional LED little display thing at the bottom where you open the door that says Venza, which looks really cool and also helps you see when you're getting in and out on any area which is not very well lit. So, I mean, it's kind of bougie, but it's a really good feature to have. And you get that with the XLE or the Limited. The LE does not have any of these features. To include two different passenger controls for the driver's seat. So when my wife drives the Venza, she likes to use the first one, which is the one. She'll click on that, and the seat automatically moves and adjusts to her actual body type. For me, I picked the second one, which is the 2. I have it set for my spacing, and it automatically goes up and down and wherever you have it programmed. But it's a cool feature to actually have, especially if you and your wife both drive this vehicle. So this vehicle is our family vehicle, so we alternate all the time between me and my wife, or when we go out during the weekends, this is the vehicle that we both use. This was a no-brainer. We went with the leather seats instead of the cloth, and also they do have seat warmers and also an actual fan which cools down the actual seats themselves, which is really good. And when I do have it on, my steering wheel gets fairly hot, which is doing what it's supposed to be doing. But in order for me to go ahead and turn it off, I have to literally look away from the road, come back over here, and most times and every time that I do that, it's pretty inconvenient, and also like you can sway away from the road. One of the things that I don't want to do when I'm driving is actually crash, because I definitely spend a lot of money on this vehicle, and or the hassle of going through the process of getting a new vehicle and this and that. So crashing is not really one of the things that I want to do, but it is uncomfortable driving with this really hot actually steering wheel. So the way that they placed it is very inconvenient. The view, I like to use the view a lot when I'm actually doing a rear wheel park. It's one of the reasons that I did it. But the button is down here. The traction, I don't use this one often. This guy you can have it on automatic as far as your lights. Also, if you want to take it off, automatic, you have to lean over so you can turn that off. Same thing for this. If you want to dim it up or make it brighter, you definitely need to come all the way over here. I actually never use it, and I just have it at a set preset because it's so out of the way. sometimes I get a glimpse of this through the steering wheel, but it's like kind of shaky, especially if you're driving and you're just trying to turn something off. So yeah, 100% don't like this guy at all, like where it's at. If it was up here, that shit would have been cool. If it was here or here, like anywhere but this little area that gets blocked off by the steering wheel, that would be cool. I like where the plus and minus is for the stereo, and the controllers here. And then the other controllers here. Other than that, all these other extra stuff here, I don't use any of them at all. So the display is a lot smaller on the L. The XLE and Limited have a bigger display, which is what I got, and I enjoy it a lot better than the actual smaller display. Now there was a lot of things that I liked about the display, like how you were able to move this over, and you can make the map kind of sort of big, but it doesn't cover all of it. I mean, that's still cool. It's an okay display. This, I understand, just like the way it's set up, and it moves through. You can move the actual buttons, and the same ones can be different buttons depending on how you use it. That I do like. So now for the actual speedometer and all the other features on there. The L, it has this little tiny display in the middle, which was something that I was like, wow, that's really small. And I opted out to get the XLE or the Limited one, which is the bigger one. It looks a lot better, and I like it a lot more. I would definitely do the higher trim model on this feature. But if you're trying to cost or save money and cut cost, definitely go for the smaller display. Okay, so you're able to see the actual speedometer, the actual speed of it, and then you have multiple settings as far as the actual screen itself. It can change from a ton of other different settings. On the other side, you do have a gauge for the actual charge. If you're going an equal, if you're going power, that means you're just flooring it. And if you're going down a hill, it'll show you if it's charging or not. And those are automatic standards. You'll never be able to change those. But as far as the display in the middle, you'll be able to change through a bunch of features, which is a plus. It's a bigger screen, and it looks pretty good. I had an option to mix match as far as LE, XLE, and Limited. I definitely would go for this one on the Limited. I like the actual dials where you can manually go up and down on them. I actually really hate this section here, which is one of the only things that I would downgrade in the vehicle. And it's the thing that you can't really downgrade once you upgrade. It comes as a package with everything included. This thing here, I hate it. It's like super sensitive. If it gets dirty or whatever, which is all the time, dust just accumulates on it, and you're trying to clean it off. You're doing that. And it takes a minute. It's not even responding. There we go. It's on auto. So, and the plus and minus here. If it was just a dial, like I like the old school ones, all this could have been replaced with an old school one. The power, yeah, I'm not a fan of this this section here. All this could have been built into the screen here, because it is a digital touchscreen, so you could use power, menu. So this thing to me is useless here. I completely hate this for the price of the vehicle. I think this is one of the dumbest things that's on there. Another cool thing that I like, but it's just tucked in way over there. That's how you would connect two USBs, a headphone jack if you wanted to. You can charge a phone right there, which is wirelessly. The last thing I really like about this vehicle is the gas mileage. 40 miles per gallon in the city, and you get 37 in the highway, which is pretty damn good for an SUV that's going to carry you and your family on your next 2-day, 3-day vacation, little getaway, whatever you guys want to call it, in a comfortable, nice SUV.